Friday, November 10th, a little bit of a summation, a little bit of a overview of what you're doing today. I know I went through a little bit in class on Thursday, but here we go one more time in some cases. So number one, the roles of the president. So when we looked at the different hats that the president wears, and you were supposed to you're looking at the different roles of the president undertakes using examples, use the notes for the different hats the president wears. They're slightly different in the sense that the president is also an economic leader, and the president is also a foreign policy leader, which we talk about chief diplomat and leader in the nation's economic policy. The judicial powers is basically they have control over the um, the control over the judiciary and appointing members of the judiciary. So take your best. Uh, look at the notes. Consider what would be the best role. What best describes the role based on the description. Like we did the first one. Clearly, Lincoln firing a general would clearly be commander in chief. Secondly, and this will I know I haven't checked a whole lot of these, um, but this time around, um, we're going to probably be checking this because I'm giving you class time for it. The vice presidency, the roles of the vice presidency. I did a screencast for that. I updated my screencast for the roles of the vice presidency. So you're going to need to look at that um, on tucked into A25. Checking that on Monday. The roles of the vice president and having to do a lot with succession and the 25th Amendment and how the roles of the vice president have expanded over time, and more on my screencast about that. Those are the oh, and if you haven't finished your law craft, you need to finish your law craft as well. Some of you have that done, some of you don't. Remember that you're on iCivics. You're looking at making a potential bill based on input from your constituents, and then you have to do the PDF page one beforehand. One of the PDFs, one of these two using Cami, opening with Cami, so that you can make a copy of it, so that you can type into the PDF, and then the post questions, looking at different discussion questions based on. Uh, Imagine you're introducing a bill on air and water quality based on your experiences. Answer these particular questions based on your experiences in class and based on your experiences in the on the law craft on the law craft activity, based on your experiences playing the law craft game. So not only do you have to have the PDF done, but you also need to answer the questions as well. So that would actually be your first priority, is looking at the law craft game, and then the roles of the president, and then the vice presidency guided reading on video. I know we had some class time at the end of the test day as well on Monday, so that needs to get done. This is just a stretch. If you get everything else done, this is just a stretch. We may not have as much time for this with the executive orders and impeachment. There's a PDF. It's a reading on executive orders, and this is the next section. We're looking at how the president executes executive orders and how the president's impeached. You can answer this as many times as you need to get the score that you'd like with this. But again, this is not. I haven't even set a due date for that. That's a stretch if you finish everything else. So finish your law craft, the rules of the presidency, which I believe we started class a little bit on Thursday, and then the law craft, which we started back on Tuesday in class, and have given you class time for it. And so this is more class time that you have to finish your law craft activity, to simulate trying to pass a bill through the House of Representatives and the Senate. Okay, so that should be plenty. I'm not these we'd be doing these things anyway, so that's not the idea. But I realized that I'm just kind of shifting things, or I shifted things around a little bit because I wasn't going to be here today. So, all right, I will see you all Monday. Thank you very much.